When you're out in the field and you're away from a vehicle and you've got an automated mission going on, or perhaps you've just simply got a long-term mission, perhaps you're involved in overwatch over an event, or perhaps you're just simply flying and you need to keep that aircraft in the air at all times. One of the fastest things that runs down is our remote control. So one of the things that we really can't do if we've got an aircraft that's in the air is stop flying and recharge our remote control. So I wanted to give you a couple of options and some things that we can do when we run into some problems or we start dwindling our remote control battery. Now right now, this remote control battery is dwindled all the way down to 72% because we've been using it this morning. I don't want it to drop deeply, so one of the ways that I can keep this going and keep it going all day long is by simply having a USB cord. We're going to plug this into the micro USB input that's on the remote, and we're going to take the other end and plug this into, at the very least, a 2.1 amp battery charger. So by plugging this in, this is a great way for us to keep charging the remote control while we're flying. So it's no big deal to throw this battery bank in our pocket, or if you're going to be on an extended mission and you know you'll be working this way, we can either use Velcro to attach this to the back. We can put it in the phone compartment here if we'd like to do that, or we have one other option coming to us. But before I mention that one, I want to talk about this particular configuration for just a moment. When we put a cell phone here or when we put a battery bank here, we do reduce our distance that the aircraft is going to be able to fly. And this is why here for our organization, one of the reasons that we don't fly with a cell phone here is because of that range. We're often working in an area like the Las Vegas Strip where there is a tremendous amount of RF. It's quite possible at any given moment you've got 500,000 devices that are accessing Wi-Fi and some of the different systems that are found on the Strip, not to mention all of the RF that's taking place between the various hotels and businesses on the Strip. So we generally do not put phones here, and what we do instead is we feed everything over to a tablet like you're seeing here. So you're seeing live video that's coming back here with the tablet. Now, another thing that we can do in a real pinch, in an emergency, maybe you don't have a battery bank in your system. So what else we can do is chances are you've got a battery that you didn't run all the way down to the bottom. So if you've got a battery that's at least 25% charged, grab that 25% battery and grab your EVO charger. Plug the charger into the battery. And then plug the USB cable into the charger and turn on the battery. We now have a system that is charging. So in other words, your EVO battery can act just like a battery bank. Now it's a little less convenient. It's not something we can easily put in that battery or the phone holder that's here, but we can put it in our safety vest pocket or something like that to keep our system going and keep our system charging. So this is a great way that we can also run our battery down a little bit. Of course, we never want to take these down all the way to zero, but this is a way that we can keep ourselves going in case of an emergency in the field. So to add to how we use these when we're on particularly mapping operations, etc., we'll put the aircraft up into the sky. We'll get over top of the area that we're going to map or the area we're going to capture. We set all of our aperture, shutter speed, etc., set our exposure settings the way that we'd like them to be, bring the aircraft back, change out the battery, and we start every single mission, no matter how large, no matter how small, with a fresh battery. So now that means we've got a battery that has not been discharged. Again, this is a great way to keep our system flowing. So hopefully these power management tips and how we view things set off to the side using a tablet will help you gain greater range, better integrity in your video signal, and keep your remote control charged, fully charged, at all times as you're operating out in the field. So until next time, I'm Douglas Spotted Eagle with Sundance Media Group. Fly safe. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Those of us here at Sundance Media Group are always happy to see new people come and watch. Make sure you click that new subscriber button down below if you want to stay in touch with what's happening in the UA industry.